What's going on, everybody? This is a stock market recap for Wednesday, March 12th. I've been sick all week, bedridden pretty much, so it hasn't been a fun week. I've literally only made my one entry yesterday on the S&P 500 around 553.50, and I'm waiting to see what happens. We did see an hourly trend change, but we saw an hourly trend change with no follow through. We came back down. Now we're just in an tightening equilibrium. Actually, ES is more data at this time. So yeah, we changed the 1 hour trend and then just shot up. 15-minute overbought marked the lower high. So that's kind of a red flag. And that would be marking a 4 hour lower high if that's what's going to happen. And we could for sure go lower. It's really going to be up to what PPI numbers are tomorrow morning to decide which way we are going. CPI numbers were actually good. Everything looked good, and it's just how the market's taking it. When even good news is getting sold off, well, that's just a red flag on its own too. But I wouldn't say it got sold off. It's playing it out in decision making time right now, and there's no for sure definitive direction. We're waiting for our PPI numbers essentially, I guess. And so an hour before the market, we'll get that data tomorrow. And what I saw on this bounce was basically semiconductors are leading the way up. So they led us the whole way up on that giant bull run, and now they fell down extra hard compared. So the S&P went down only 10%. The the SMH went down 18.94. So almost double what the S&P did. The Nasdaq, how much did we get down on Nasdaq? Nasdaq down 14 and a quarter. The Russell has just been straight down. Russell down 14.3. But it also was nowhere near its high before that, so that's what makes it extra difficult. So that's what I'm looking at. I mean, the SPY itself just made an inside bar today, and that will be the important. The mother bar will still be the important levels to play off of, but obviously we want the inside bar to break bull and see a bounce come from here. And changing the 4 hour trends, as I've been saying, that is the most important thing at this time. We have not changed the 4 hour trends on ES futures here. We've broken the previous high here, and we've set a higher low. Now we're trying to break this high, or we just tighten up. We'll see. I think PPI might determine which way this breaks, one way or another. And from the CPI numbers, I think they were pretty positive. So I kind of have a bullish lean on tomorrow. But I mean, it could go either way, really. It's just the way the market wants to play it. Obviously, this 12 EMA has been holding us down on ES futures this entire time, like perfectly respecting it. And yeah, nothing's changing until that happens. So the Nasdaq, a little bit better of a bounce, and we're actually, we closed better on the Nasdaq than ES. But yeah, what I'm looking for essentially, does 1 hour overbought on the S&P, does 1 hour overbought mark a daily lower high? And I'm going to be looking for that or a 1 hour trend change. So if we get up to 1 hour overbought and then see a 1 hour trend change, that's going to be a big red flag to me that we've set our daily lower high, and then rolling over gives us more room to the downside. And that is where the bears are going to be aiming for. And if we get above that 4 hour or 1 hour overbought condition, wherever that comes from, if we keep powering along upwards, then it's the 4 hour overbought condition where does that come from? And that would mark a weekly lower high. So those are, as a bear, that would be what I'm looking at. So if we get to 1 hour over, and that 1 hour overbought would be the first time since our all-time high. That was literally our all-time high. And we have not seen, we came close here, but we didn't actually hit 1 hour overbought this entire down move. And so that's what I'd be looking at. This is quite an extended move to the downside without having daily consolidation. And so that's exactly what I'm looking for on the way back up. And semiconductors, are they going to be leading us on this move up, which we've already broken 2-day candles on semiconductors. Although it was hurt the worst on the way up, and watching semis as well. Does 1 hour overbought mark the lower high for semiconductors, and then we change the trend down? Or do we keep our uptrend going, and then we end up hitting 1 hour or 4 hour overbought? So that's exactly what I'm looking at for what happens in this bounce. This is strictly a bounce. The 4 hour hasn't changed at all, so this is strictly just a bounce. We haven't set a lower high and a higher low. Essentially, okay, so for semiconductors, this is the last previous high, and we need to make as much of a move as possible on this way up so that we can potentially have an inverse head and shoulders on the daily. For the 4 hour, our 4 hour previous resistance was right here, and we need to get as high as possible on this. If not, we can break it too. If we break it, then we're looking at our daily inverse head and shoulders. So that's changing one trend at a time. So wherever if we top out right here and then head back down, well then this is our technical, this would be our neckline. But if we keep breaking above, then this isn't even our neckline. Then we start looking at where this comes from, and then we have a daily inverse head and shoulders. All right. So that's what we look out for. We need to change the 4 hour trend. If this just goes straight up and then the 4 hour starts trending back down, then we didn't even change the 4 hour trend. So this is only a bounce until we change the trend. That's the only way we can look at this. The bears still have complete control. This is just a bit of could be short covering, but we need to see that the bulls actually show up and give us some momentum to the upside. So basically the AI and semiconductor names are doing the best, and like Palantir, pretty decent bounce so far. Tesla had a good bounce, but it also has dropped significantly. We're still inside that mother bar, so we need to break above that mother bar is an important thing. What else? Anything of real note? RGTI, pretty decent bounce, but that's still just a bear flag overall right here, so this is just tightening up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just be watching for where can we change the 4 hour trend? We're set up so that there's a potential right now, but we are very much pinned by this 12 EMA on our futures, ES1, and PPI. PPI and breaking this for our lower high right now is the most important thing. And then we'll see some momentum to the upside. And our next daily, that does open up this entire range for our daily lower high. So that is a good thing, but we still have the 200 moving average and the 12 EMA, and all our moving averages are above us now, so that's not a good look as far as the bulls have a lot of work to do to turn this around. is changing one trend at a time, and right now that's the 4 hour. We've got the 1 hour, now we need the 4 hour, and then make enough room here to change the daily trend. But this is going to be a bit of a grind to be able to make this back up, because that is quite a move that we pushed down. This was like 7.5%, 7.7% from the last daily lower high. So that's a lot of legwork we have to do to get back up there and start changing our daily trend. At the moment, we are just a daily bear flag. So we have to get above... Actually, I'll see what on SPY it is. So on SPY, we have to get above 569.33 if we want to have any chance for the bulls to get out of this bear flag. We need to hit 574.68, and that's priority one. All right, that's all I got to go over. I'm just, like I said, I'm feeling terrible right now, so I will hopefully feel better tomorrow. Might do a pre-market. I don't know yet. We'll see how I can do tonight. All right, take care. Bye.